Hey everybody. So I've had a lot of requests online. People are really interested in the golf simulator we built last year, about 8 months ago. So we decided to build a golf simulator above our garage because we were kind of sick of parking out in the garage during the winter. So this is kind of what we ended up doing. This is a 30-foot curved screen golf simulator using a Uniker IXO sensor. This uses triple projectors. So I have 3 Sony projectors. They all project onto the screen. The image gets kind of overlapped and you end up with this. So we have a fiber built mat. It's built into the ground. We had the builder inlay it into the ground so when you're walking up to it, nobody would kick it or trip on it at all. Here's about a little sensor box. Makes it easy to kind of control, especially for people who haven't played in here very often. So you can, click on it, do a flyby, change where you're aimed. Just quick, easy for people who haven't played. Let's see. Computer system running it. There's actually 2 PCs in here. The one on the left is the golf PC, and the one on the right, and what you see here, is my normal PC that I use daily. I'm able to use this screen also for like Uniker ball data and stuff when we play. It's just not on there right now. I had the builder build us a golf rack for putting their clubs over here. That way people could kind of keep them in one place and wouldn't just kind of send them all over the room. Always have to have plenty of golf balls because you do go through them pretty quickly in here. We had the builder add a beer shelf, drink shelf for when you're playing, so it's a good place to set your drinks where people won't knock them over. We had a bench built here. Now the cool thing about this bench is, it's got a seating, but it also picks up, and inside there, even though it's kind of full of junk right now, I do have USB RAN, and down there is the Uniker swing cameras. So you can get all your ball data, see your swing, and help with your training. Same thing over here. On the rack over here, we have the other swing camera. So this is all nice big curved screen, especially when you stand like in line with it, you can really see how much the curve is. Obviously you have to have your sound system built up there. Now what a lot of people have kind of asked is, how do I do this in my own home, or can I do this in my own home? And honestly, building it isn't too big of a deal. I built my own mount using PVC pipe, eye bolts, and hooks. Basically just ran a line, created a curve, and then I used pool noodles to put it over top of the PVC pipe to keep from the balls hitting and shanking back. It's kind of hard to see, but there is a net, a black net suspended up there, so you can hit up into the net. You won't hit the ceiling, everything's great. Now, the problem with this for people who are interested is you have to do a lot of calibration to get your image correct. Now, it might be hard to show here on the camera, but you can kind of see it blurs a little bit. There's actually a pretty large area of overlap between the 3 projectors, especially in the center. So you end up having to do a lot of calibration to get things to work. So how you do that calibration is you use a webcam. It takes a kind of a video of the screen. You tell it the boundaries of your image and where you want it to be. And then you use that program to line everything up. Now the problem is when your screen settles, things move, you have to recalibrate it. So it kind of becomes a normal thing to recalibrate it. So it's not just something easy that you can just plug in and say, okay, I'm going to play golf. You do have to have regular maintenance to keep this running and looking correct. So another kind of problem with that is if you don't have, computer skills, troubleshooting skills, this can be a real challenge. Especially if you lose power. If you lose power, your computer acts like the displays are different, and then the whole calibration system won't work. So more about the screen. It's hanging from a rod I hung up there. It's just connected using bungee cords and some L-track over here. As far as the floor goes, it's just free hanging. Let me turn a light on here a second so you can see back there. So I got lights behind, I just turned on. So you are able just to grab the screen, pick it up. It's free hanging. Once you go back here, for us, we just use this as storage. So I gotta get around the net here a second. So back here, there's a lot of room. You do lose a lot of space in the room because you're gonna lose the whole corners. We kind of planned ahead and said, okay, we're gonna use this for storage. So back here, we keep the sim race cockpit back here. Same thing, storage shelves. I got a mattress protecting the center of the wall because that's where the majority of your strikes are gonna be. Try to walk through here a second. In the other corner, it's still more storage. Got a server rack with a receiver hooked up to all the speakers in here. Obviously you need your subwoofers. In the wall, we put our networking, power, everything to the room. See if I can't get a little better view. A golf ball stuck up there. So those are eye bolts. It's kind of hard to see because the pool noodle's over top of them. But it does work pretty good. It allows you to adjust everything little by little and get everything on the screen to the same height. Because especially once the screen settles, it's not going to sit where you originally set it up. There's also some foam from those MMA mats that are put into the ground. They keep the balls from really going anywhere. Works pretty good. So yeah, just a quick overview. If you guys have any questions, feel free to ask. I mean, I've had a lot of questions already, and I'll do my best to help you guys out and give you any advice I can. Thank you.